Hello and welcome. In this section, I'm going to be going over some advanced hand gestures. Now, some of these we've already covered in other lessons, but I figure it's a good idea to kind of put these all in one place so that you have a handy reference guide while you're working in Procreate. So if I go in here and I draw something and then I decide that I don't want any of these marks, I can use 2 fingers to undo. I can also use 3 fingers to redo that action. Now, if I don't want any of those 4 marks that I used, I can take 2 fingers and I can hold them down on the canvas and it will start doing multiple undos. Now I went too far. So what I can do is take my 3 fingers and tap on the canvas to bring back the last thing that I did. There may have been something else here, so I'll tap forward a couple times. And there we go. We're back to where we started. Another thing that I can do is I can use 3 fingers and I can scrub them back and forth to completely clear a layer. So let's go to a layer with something on it. Okay, right now I'm on layer 2. That's the layer that this big dark tree is on. So if I take 3 fingers and I just scrub them back and forth, I have just cleared that layer. It's a quick way to just delete anything that you've drawn if you're just sketching and want to start over quickly. That's a fast way to do it. I actually want that tree back here, so I'm going to use 2 fingers and I'm going to tap on the screen to undo and bring that tree back. Another thing you can do with 3 fingers, if I place them down and swipe, it brings up my cut, copy, and paste options. Now, cut will actually cut off this layer and remove the tree entirely, and I can paste it into place and then tap the arrow and there we go. I can copy, so if I take my 3 fingers, swipe them down, now I can tap the copy button, and paste is still up here, so if I tap paste, it gives me a second tree on a different layer. So I have that as well. When I undo that, now I have 2 trees. And if I go to my layers, you can see that it's called inserted image because it pasted that image in there. I don't need that, so I can just clear the layer if I want to. Procreate also has a full screen mode. It's easy to get to just by taking 4 fingers and tapping on the screen. You can see all my toolbars and things like that have gone away, and I can draw without them. And if I want to bring it back at any time, it's just 4 fingers on the screen. Let me try that again. 4 fingers on the screen, and we have brought back all my tools. And I can undo with 2 fingers. And lastly, if I zoom out or I'm at a funny angle and I can't quite get this to fit back the way I want it to 100%, one way that you can do it is by taking it all the way small, squeezing it, and sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. If you squeeze it all the way in, it'll pop back to full screen. That's another handy gesture if you're never quite able to get it back to 100%, your canvas back to 100%.